Hello, hello. Good morning to everybody. How are you doing this morning? I hope everything is okay with you guys. I'm online again as usual to always bring a little bit of advice, a little bit of my own opinion about how I think leaders should behave. Yesterday I was watching TRRC Gambia, and I was listening to something that was really disturbing, and I thought, let me come out and give out my opinion about how prisoners should be treated. Because one is a prisoner doesn't mean that they have to be treated as animals. We know that. Africa's prisons are not a place even for animals to stay in. And I don't know how we as leaders can just look at it and think that that is okay and that is normal. Everyone who has been in a difficult situation become criminals. It's not because they prefer to become criminals, but it is the devil that has gone into their hearts and fooled them to do terrible things, and they end up being in a bad place. Nobody wants to go to jail and stay there for life or stay there and are maltreated in that prison. Leaders of Africa, please, you have to demolish, destroy all the jails and rebuild them. Rebuild them. Treat the prisoners well. Prisoners can work for the land. Give them salary as they are working. Treat them well. To take them from their families alone is prison enough, I'm telling you. People who used to have their families living with their wives, with their children, with their mothers, with their fathers, and then suddenly trouble came. They took them away from the family. That alone is prison enough, I'm telling you. That alone is prison enough to destroy somebody's brain. As they are now in the prison, why wouldn't we put them in a place that at least they can sit down and regret for what they have done? But the prisons in Africa, at least where I came from, the one that I know, I have never been there, but I can guess how terrible that place is. Instead of them regretting on what they have done, they are going to in fact become worse. And we don't want to have worse prisoners. We want them to learn. We want them to regret for what they have done and come back and become good people again. That is what I think from my heart. If I should have been a leader, that is what I should have done. And every time send people. If you're a Christian, send pastors to go to jail and talk to the people. If you're a Muslim, send the ustaz to go and visit them, to talk to them, to get their minds to come back to become humans. And let them till the land, take them to job, give them salaries, as I said. All these prisoners that are in prison, think every day how much work they couldn't do for the land to develop. Give them salaries, open bank accounts for them. Put the money there until the day they are coming out. Then they will come out with a budget that they can take and do something. If they've been thieves, they don't need to steal anymore because they have a little capital to start a life with. My friends, don't go get educated to become like a novice again. Even people who are novice, they have more brains than some of them who are educated already. And I'm asking, what are you gaining out of your intellectual gain? If you're an intellectual, you have to think also intellectual. But you cannot be intellectual and then you become the opposite of intellectual. It's not good. It's not working. Stop fooling people saying that, oh, we are going forward with development. You cannot go forward in development if you are destroying lives of people in that jail. Yesterday, I listened to this sickness they call beriberi, I don't know. Some are saying, oh, it depends on the food that they cooked and left it open without covering it. And then after, they will just keep it in a room until the next day. Then that is what they give to the prisoners to eat. What you cannot eat, how can you give it to somebody else? For me, where I came from as a religious somebody, the Bible told us, do unto others as you wish they should do unto you. So if I wouldn't like to eat rotten food or wouldn't like to sleep in a bed that has bugs, in fact, there is no bed even. I believe they sleep on planks. How can I, who do not want to eat all these bad things, then give it to somebody else to eat? This is why what I was listening to yesterday, the guy was just going to and fro. I don't know, fro and to and fro. Are you getting me? He was going front and backward like this with the questions and the answers. Because he found himself not knowing what to answer and what to think anymore. We cannot manipulate one another in talking. We cannot manipulate one another in behaviors. It does not work. Prisoners deserve also to live a good life. They are in prison to pass their sentence there. Let us treat them well. They are human beings. They are not animals. They made a mistake, a very big mistake. At the time they did it, maybe they were out of their minds, because it is the brain that controls a person. You don't know how destroyed that brain was when they did their act. We have to help them become normal again in their ways of thinking. Let them go and work and get a salary that is going to heal them. We have to heal people. We cannot destroy people. We need these people. For them and us to work together, to till the land. There's a lot of agriculture that one can do and live on it. We need fresh food to live on. We don't need to buy from outside. We don't need to import. We can export instead. The land is good. The soil is good. We have so good topsoil. We don't need fertilizer to destroy our lands. All we need is water. Let us dig boreholes to water our gardens, to eat fresh food, to think good about one another, to remove evil from our sight. It's not a difficult thing. It's not a difficult thing to lend a hand to somebody, to talk to somebody. Let them come back to their senses. If they are drifting out from their senses, bring them back with love. Bring them back with love. Let us sacrifice ourselves to build up our land. Instead of stealing, instead of pretending to be more educated than somebody else. Because really, I mean, it's a big, It's a big fiasco that I'm seeing every day when I watch TRRC. It does not make sense at all. People are laughing at Gambia all over the world. They wonder, who are these people? Most of them are sitting there for their own pockets, my friends. Worse, even the one they are questioning. Sorry to say, but look, we cannot hide from God. God knows our hearts. He knew us before we were in our mother's womb. So we cannot just wake up today and say, oh, we are educated or we are responsible for this and this. We are going to take it in our own hands. It does not work. God is going to pay back one day. It's going to be payback time. Let us be careful how we treat one another. Let us treat one another with honesty. I have been saying it and I'm bringing it back again. I don't care. I will repeat and repeat because people need to hear it. When you repeat and repeat and repeat, at the end, it will stick in the brains of people who need to know what I'm talking about. We cannot treat people in a bad way. We have to go away from it. We have to go away from lying. As Muslims, we cannot stand and say, Billahi wallahi talai. Some they swear and they know that what they are swearing is a big lie. But they will swear and think God is sleeping. God is not sleeping. Payback time is coming one day. Payback time is coming one day. And you know what sin does? If the sin does not catch me, it will catch the children. If it doesn't catch the children, it will catch the grandchildren. And that is how it will go, because it is God who is the payer of sin. We may look at people, they wear their costume. They wear everything nice. Yeah. I have my vest with me. I have this, I have that. Okay, you are going. But you don't know what that person is having inside his heart. The only one who knows is God. We cannot blaspheme with God. He's sitting down looking at us until when the day has come. We will regret the day that we were born. Manipulating people, stealing their properties, lying, people putting people in jail for nothing. Why? Because we think we have power. Who has power more than God? Leaders are not fearing God. Anyone who is responsible for something, be honest, at least fear God. God is the only one who can destroy spirit and soul. The devil cannot destroy anything. The devil can only put you to sleep, but he cannot take your soul. Your soul belongs to God. My friend, let us fear God. We cannot use billahi wallahi talai and we are lying. We cannot say, I swear, and we know we are lying. We are lying to save ourselves. We cannot do that. We cannot put people in trouble because we want to save ourselves. It's better for us to say, yes, I did a mistake, but I'm asking for forgiveness of sin. At least it's better. But lying to put somebody in trouble. How many people are not doing it in the Gambia there? How many properties are not being taken from people on lies? I'm speaking this because it's going to somebody. I'm not going to call that name yet. But big people who are sitting at the courthouse, those who are sitting as judges, how many properties have they not stolen? And they pretend to do like they don't know what is going on. Yes, it's my property. Why? Because you are a judge, because you are a lawyer, because you are a what? Because you are a magistrate. You don't do things like that. God is seeing everything that is hidden. What the Muslims say, that God sees what is in batin and what is in zahir. God sees all that, and he's sitting down waiting, looking at us thinking that we are smart. Can we outsmart God? We can never outsmart God. Gambian people, please, I'm begging you, fear your maker. The God that created the heavens and the earth. I'm saying it again and again. We are Muslims, we are Christians, but there is only one God. And the Arab calls him Allah Wahid. Is only one God we have. All of us are worshiping one God. We may have different religion, but there is only one God. Allah Wahid. Let us stand on the truth. Let us leave manipulating people. Let us stop stealing. Let us stop nepotism. You cannot say, because I know you, so I have to give you right. And the one that you don't know. But that person that you don't know, God knows him or her. And God know you too. Let us leave putting our eyes on the money. Putting eyes on the money. Where are we going to go with the money? How can we sleep knowing that today I stole money that should have gone into a lot of citizens today? The hospital is not working well. Schools are not going very well. A lot of things. Roads are so bad in the Gambia. What are we doing? A little tiny country like that. We are not ashamed. Sewage is running outside. Smelling bad, dirt everywhere. Still we drive our cars. We pretend to be, intellectuals. We pretend to be, we are so much educated. Like we can't even walk on the ground. Before you come to your compound, how many dirty places don't you pass before you come to your own compound? What are you professing? What are you saying? What can you say? Your land is terrible. Sometimes there is no water. Sometimes there is no electricity. But you still live in your mansion. But around you is so terrible. But you cannot. You cannot save that money to develop the country. You would rather steal it and go and keep it in Europe somewhere. Or now maybe you have started to keep it in other African countries. I don't know. But really, whatsoever one is doing, God will catch up with you people. God will catch up with you people one day. Mark my word. The souls are crying unto God every day. No justice at all. Corruption to the core. Before judges come together, they go behind some corners and they share what they're going to say, who is going to win and who is going to lose. And you people think that God is sleeping? Bunch of thieves, bunch of liars. You are sitting there, I am educated, I am standing for this, I am working for this. You are not working for God. You are working for Satan. And you know what? God is going to catch up with you. God is going to catch up with you people one day. You better mark it. Mark this speech that I am doing. God is going to one day, catch up with you people. Because you know what I'm telling you is the truth. Very few people in the Gambia are honest. Very few of them. When it comes to money, there is no honesty at all. Before you start the project, all the money is gone. How can you share the money before the project has started? How are you going to finish it? You made a budget on how things are going to be spent. And then because the money sounds so much, so big, so they say, okay, you can take this, I take this, you take that, I take that. When you take that, you take that. You cannot even start the project. I know what I'm telling you because I was married to an engineer. I know how corruption in Gambia was working. I know it very well. But I thank God my husband was not in that. I thank God he was not inside. But we saw it. How it was before the money come, they are thinking, I can buy this, I can build a house, I can do this, come on, my friends. Leave your dirty hands, wash them off. Wash off the dirt from your hands and heart and develop that little country. Corruption is never going to go anywhere. We need leaders who are young. Please, young boys and girls, young men and women, go and get educated and remove your hands from the money. Work for what you are worth to have. Pay salaries, good salaries, so that corruption will not come. Whosoever is going to be the leader next time, please, I'm begging you, pay salaries. Check how much does this person need to live on a month. Give them salary that will take care of their family. From there, nobody will come and say, my salary was bad, so I have to make some kind of a deal for me to top up. You don't need to top up. If you are wise, pay people salaries. You cannot give somebody a chicken change salary and then you want them to become honest and not to be corrupted. They will become corrupted. Change laws. Dare to pay salaries. Use the prisoners to work. Let them also get salary. Let the country begin to develop so that we will have a stabilized budget. But as I'm saying, Aid will come. Help will come. Before you start the project, the money is finished. Come on, be honest, man. Be honest to yourselves. And fear God. If we are believers, let us fear God. Oh my God, my soul is crying. My soul is crying. How can somebody look at the prison looking so bad that bugs will be in the prison, begin to suck people's blood? And then they call it was the food that somebody ate. Yeah, you can get food poisoning. We know that. But bugs are known to give people sicknesses. Bugs are known to give people sicknesses. Make good prisons for people. Don't say, oh, this is how the prison was, so it's okay. No, don't treat people like animals. Please, I beg you people. I beg you, you who are responsible. Change the laws. Remove bad laws and put a law that is good for every citizen in that country. We need to live a good life. Let us struggle for what we must have. Let us work for what we must have. We should not just be stealing for what we never work for. When we steal, we are bringing the country down. One person cannot just live a rich life and say, yeah, I'm having it good. What of your neighbor? What of your neighbor? Are you pleased for you to see that your stomach is full, but your neighbor is dying with hunger? What kind of a human being are you? You must be an animal. You cannot be a human being. Oh, please, my friends, let us stop joking. We are joking. We are joking with our countries. We are really joking with our countries. Here I hear somebody call Yahya Jammeh, oh, ex-dictator. We are going to sell 3 of his aeroplanes and 30 of his cars. Yeah, they are hungry to sell it. Do you know what is going to happen with that money? Gambia is not going to see that money. That money is going to go into Dirimo's pockets. Dirimo. Vultures. It is going to go to vultures' pockets. Why in a hurry to sell the planes? Can't you not remove Yahya Jammeh's name there and use it for something else? Why sell it? If you sell it, what are you going to develop? You're going to sell it for you to start to share the money. That is what it's going to be. It is going to be. As soon as they sell it, oh, all the kafo, stealing kafo will just come now. Yeah, not tole kafo. Tole kafo is not going to come, but stealing kafo will just come. And they start to share which one you will take and which one will I take. May God disgrace you people. May God, who created the heavens and the earth, disgrace you people in broad daylight. That is the prayer that I'm doing. For anybody who is not working upright with God. We cannot play with God. We cannot play with the people that God has created for them to live in the land and live like human beings. People are living like animals. They don't fear anymore, no shame at all on how they are dragging about the money of that land. When we have a good leader, we call them dictators. So now we don't need dictators, but we have Dirimo Kafo. We don't need any Dirimo Kafo in the Gambia, really. What Dirimo Kafo sita abetala daming? We don't need it. Ntolma sula la Gambia ka kodo sunya. Gambia la kodo ka sunya doron ka nyo kelendi. Ka fatam fan so nati. Wo nyanta bola Gambia fereng. Mol batatali. Honestly speaking, people are tired. People are sick and tired of what is happening in the Gambia. It is not acceptable. May our God disgrace everybody. I'm not praying for anybody to die. Because if you die, you are not in trouble. But you will live. You will live old. I pray for you to live an old life. You will live an old life and you will suffer for every bad thing that you have been doing in darkness. I'm telling you, God is not going to forgive. Because he's been warning you people all along, but no, you think you are wiser than God. We will see. If you are wiser than God, we will see. People's sins are in your hands. Ahi jamburi nyung si sen loho. Ahi jamburi nyung si sen loho bubasa. fen rek sàcca rek jaxase nit rek lañ fa nekkee ku la ëppa doole rek mu won la ko waaye dinañ seet ndax yéen a ëppa yàlla doole wala yàlla moo ñu ëppa doole yàlla mi nga xam ne moom moo ñu sàkka indi ñu ci kaw suuf nekkee wu ñu fi dara lu ñoo def lu baax lu dul sàcca rek di jaxasante doo dem koot nga win lan mooy loolu di dugalante ay kayit di dugalante ay wax waaw nañu def nangam nañu jox kii nii right kii buñ ko jox right because amul dara mu ngi jóge ci famille bu ñàkk du yàlla moo leen saaka dinañ ko seet Gambia bii ni wallahi dinañ ko seet man maa leen ko wax wallahi man maa leen ko wax na yàlla wàcce si rek bu yàlla wàcce se wallahi dina métti ci Gambia ak ñi nga xam ne seen loxo yi setut ñi nga xam ne seen xol yi setut nekk fi di fi def lu bon rek lañ fi nekk di sàcc xaalis bi dëkk bi nekkul di dem bu rafet dara amu fi pompe dafa tëj courant du am naka ngeen expecté nit yi dëkk ci biir dëkk bi noonu doo mun a denca dara sa néeg nit ñoo xam ne bari lewuñu xaalis waaye déedéet nekk fi rek di soxorante rek ngeen fi nekk di sàcc rek waaw dañoo jaay plane ñetti plane Yaya Jammeh dañ koo jaay ko pour lan pour yàkkamti jël xaalis bi dem seen yoon waaye wallahi di ngeen xam ne yàlla moo ñu saaka de wallahi ba yàlla mer wàcce si rek dinañ gis dara dinañ gis jinne man maa leen ko wax dama sonna billaay dama sonna every time su ma dégloo TRRC yëfi nonsense rek moo fa dee nekka yëfi nonsense dara munta dem kanam dara nekk di dugalante nit yi rek ñoo fa nekka kaay wax ma lan la kii def kaay wax ma yow mën ngaa wax sa boppa lan nga def yow fi nga toog sax mën ngaa wax sa boppa ne lan nga def kan moo ñemee ekkati loxo mu ne moom amul benn aha si biir Gambia foofu noonu wallahi yal na leen yàlla duma wallahi yal na leen yàlla duma ku jóg pour def lu bon si biir Gambia boobu noonu yal na la yàlla weeje yal na la yàlla duma nit ñi dañ sonna waaye nit yi dañ sonna waaye dimbali leen ñu dañu sonna dëkk bu ndaw boobu noonu kenn mënu koo defa fii nii Europe fi nit yi nekk benn gox gi rek benn gox gi yëpp moo ëppa Gambia dara du fi musa manqué waaye Gambia bu tuuti bii ni nga xam ne benn awa rek nga dox Banjul ba mu jeex dox Banjul ba mu jeex benn awa rek soo gaawee dox di nga dox Banjul bi yëpp ba mu jeex benn awa wala benn awa ak xaaf dëkk boobu noonu mun ta fexe ba baax nekk fi di ñiiroo di ŋaayoo ay ŋaañante ay xeet ak yu kenn xamul bañ leen a liggéey dëkk bi rek ba ngeen seet wallahi bu yàlla pareeg yéen di ngeen weddi bés bi ngeen juddu baax na rek lii ni ruslu la ku jóg rek kenn mënut a wax ne sax man Gambian la yow Gambian nga foo dem ñu laa xeeb foo dem ñu laa xeeb ngir nit yu tuuti dëkk bu tuuti boobu noonu ku nekk xamante moromam naka ngaa dimbalee kii nga bàyyi kii mënuloo taxaw si dëgg bi rek nga ne dëgg suma mbokka nga de waaye li ma gis daal right nekku fi de waaw dafa naxari waaye amuloo right kii moo win waaye déedéet ku win duñ ko jox ñu jox ki nga xam ne dafa fen because dafa am mbokka ak ñeneen loolu moo tax dinañ seet man aw ma mbokka de waaye suma mbokka yàlla la ma seet nag ndax yéen seen mbokka yi ñoo ëppa yàlla doole dinañ ko seet ba ma pareeg yéen rek ngeen seet bon ba bëgg a dee soxor ba bëgg a dee tan yi ngeen doon sàcc rek ngeen fa nekkee waaye ba yàlla pareeg yéen rek ngeen seet wallahi ba yàlla pareeg leen loolu mooy suma ñaan de man yal na leen yàlla rusloo bëccëg dar kama du caaxaan li ngeen fa nekke wallahi li ngeen fa nekke di ngeen gis ba yàlla pareeg yéen rek su ngeen di vote leen koo xam ne dafa am xel am xol bu baax loolu moo gën waaye nekk fi di topp ñi nga xam ne yàgg nañoo nekk fi ni doon ay tan di sàcc di lekk lu dee rek lañ fi nekk waaye ba yàlla pareeg yéen rek ngeen baalal ma de waaye tey suma xol bi daal dangay waaru de always dama dee try ma wax lu suufe tuuti waaye suma xol bi tey dafa baax loolu moo tax ma tuddee suma boppa li ma tuddee suma boppa Mama Africa more fire today the fire is really burning inside of me and I have to speak it out. faalew ma suma videos yi ndax dañu gudda wala gudduñ ku bëgg a déglu mu déglu ku bëggut a déglu na bàyyi malayka yi dinañ déglu du caaxaan wallahi malayka yi dinañ déglu dama bëgg a dëkk bi dem kanam bàyyi leen Gambia bi ngeen di jël di ko def Gambia sagar ku jóg rek saaga Gambia ku jóg rek saaga Gambia ku jóg rek saaga Gambia suñ saaga Gambia ñun ci suñu bopp la gaay di saaga te man duma toog fi ni di bàyyi kenn di saaga Gambia fu ñoo toog di toog fi ni di saaga Gambia suñu jógee fii ni di tiitaru lii laa am sa xol baa ngi soxor sa xol baa ngi bon yépp a ngi xasaw ba pare duñ nangoo toppatoo lu noonu toog fi rek di ñiiroo ay xeet bi moo gën xeet bi gën na liggéey ñu gis loolu la ñoo ut su dee xeet bi moo gën na xeet boobu liggéey jàmm ñu seet waaye dara billahi tus waaye yal nañu yàlla dimbale faxas ñëpp génn foofu noonu faxas leen ñëpp ñu génn foofu ku liggéey rek yal na la yàlla faxas nga génn foofu noonu mu indi nit koo xam ne nit la waaye lii di naan nit la ba pare ndekete si rab ci àll bi la ñu jógee ñoo dëkka si biir town bi naan ay nit lañ waaye asalaamaaleykum waaye ngeen baalal ma axade waaye tey dama tàng tey suma yaram bi dafa bax waaw ngeen baalal ma axa rek waaye foog mu génn rek loolu la de loolu laa fi nekkee de te billahi pareeguma duma musa sonn mukka de ba bés bi maa génn àddina si laay sonn waaye Gambia dina taxaw de dina taxaw mu dox bu baax nit yi yëpp boole nekk benn loolu la ñoo ut waaye nekk fi ni di tasaare nit yi fan la nit ñi di dem ku maama mi yàgga nekk foofu ñaata 100 years nga bugg a xëy tey rek nga naan nañ fi génn kan moom Gambia kenn moomut Gambia dañoo bokka loxo jokkonte loxo ñu liggéey Gambia ba mu baax waaye nekk fi di ma géttal waaye na ngeen indoog jàmm waay jërë ngeen jëf. I'm sorry for being a little bit harsh at the end. I was forced to use my local language to really come out with what I want people to understand. That we have to use a method of taking care of our country. We have to have a good method of taking care of our country. But unfortunately, I'm telling you, there are some people who have really very bad hearts. Very bad hearts. They don't care for the Gambia at all. They don't care for its own people. How can you be a leader you don't care for your own people? We are the one that put the leaders there. At least we gave our vote for the people to be there. But unfortunately, the people that are there, their hearts are really, they have a filthy heart. A heart of an animal. Even some animals are even better than the people's hearts that they have. I don't know where they got it from, but they cannot say they got it from God. They must have got it from Satan, from Lucifer. And they are going to go away from that place. I'm telling you, when the wrath of God comes, they will see. I swear to God, when the wrath of God has come into that little land, they will know that it is God who has created us all and put us in that little land. They want to play small gods. Let the big God come and see what is going to happen. I'm sorry, people, but I am Mama Africa, more fire today. Fire is coming out. As I said before in Olaf, I don't care how long this video is going to be. Those who want to watch, they can watch. They are welcome to watch. Those who think that is a threat to them, they don't need to watch. Angels will watch. Yeah, angels will watch because they are seeing what is happening in the Gambia. God is not happy at all what is going on in that little land. God made that land for us to stay there. Are we treating one another well? We are not treating one another very well. I said it. I said, look, if you are a magistrate or if you are a judge or whatsoever, it doesn't matter. Even if it is your sister that has done wrong, stand in the truth. Tell them, my sister, really, I'm telling you, this thing that you're dragging about, you're not going to win because that other person is going to win because this is right. But no. Nepotism will come inside. They are dragging people's compounds, stealing people's compounds and say, it's my compound. I bought it. I did. You will see whether you bought it. You have bought fire. That fire is going to burn your house. It's going to burn your heart and everything. You will sleep in fire. That person I'm talking about, she knows her name. She knows her name. Until God bring me down. Until God bring me down to that very Gambia, we will see something. Thieves and street, thieves and police in the street is what is going to be. Police and thieves in the street. Yeah, this is going to be thieves and God in the street. Yes, not police and thieves in the street. God and thieves in the street. Oh yeah, when that time come, they are going to see it. Yeah, God and thieves in the streets of the Gambia is what is going to be. Big it up, man. I love you all. Ciao.